What does it really cost to paint your car? Today in 2026, prices are crazy expensive, but we have a Dodge Challenger here and we're going to show you exactly what it costs and what's involved to paint a car like this. We have a 2009 Dodge Challenger and I'm super excited about this vehicle because it's actually two different accidents. The front, we're replacing a lot of parts using brand new OEM, so we're going to show you exactly how much that costs and what's involved. But the side of the vehicle is a cash pay or customer pay, if you will, and we're going to show you exactly what that costs and what's involved. This vehicle is involved in a pretty minor front end damage, but all the parts got wasted, so we're buying all brand new pieces, bumper, grille for the front end. And the insurance company is covering that part. And believe it or not, just for the front end hit, the insurance company wrote a check for $4,700. But here's where the plot thickens. This is one of David's friends, and there was some damage down the side. And since it's at the body shop anyway, they decided to pay out of their pocket to paint the fender, the door, and the quarter panel. Hopefully you're enjoying the video. I just wanted to take a moment to tell you about the refinishmediacom website. David and I, every couple weeks, add more and more products. And the latest product that we added that we're super excited about is we added thousands of custom colors from Alpha. So if you haven't checked out refinishmediacom, definitely check out what we have to offer. Now, their base coats are wild, their sealers are wild, I like their primers. But what I like best about this affordable paint line is their clear coat. The AC 4521 is my new favorite. And if you haven't sprayed it, you definitely want to check it out. Now back to the video. But before we start painting this, let's set the ground rules. This is being repaired at a professional shop by professional body and refinish technicians. It's not a backyard build. What does that mean? It's going to come with a lifetime guarantee, and all the parts and materials that we're using are OEM quality or better. We're using Glazer's 55 line, which in the solvent world, in BASF's world, this is the most expensive and best paint money can buy. So at least know that. So the vehicle was obviously brought in and we cleaned it and we assessed it and we worked out the deal with the insurance company and then the customer pay, and then it went to the body tech. He came in and fixed a little bit of damage on the fender, the door, the quarter, and he tore the whole vehicle down. We took the quarter glass off. We took the door handle off. We don't tape up parts. We loosened the rear bumper and moved it out of the way. So we're doing it to OEM standards. How much did that cost? There was just shy of 30 hours of body work, so mathematically, you're gonna be right around $1,700 in body work for the front and the rear. No materials, no paint, no parts, $1,700. So after the body tech tears the car down and does their bump and mud work, it goes back to the refinish department. Our body techs do not prime. So the painter had to prep it some more, mask it up, so you have tape and paint and cleaners, and they actually primed it, blocked it, and prepped it for paint. And then after that, we masked the entire vehicle up, cleaned the booth, and put the vehicle in the booth, and now it's ready to paint. And we're gonna show you exactly how much the materials cost and how much the painter made for doing that. On this job, we're gonna do a little spot etch on our two burn-throughs that we have. We're gonna apply one coat of sealer over the entire repair area. Plus, we're gonna seal the brand new bumper. We're only gonna need 2-3 coats of base over the whole job, and then we're gonna smack down 2 coats of high quality clear. Now, the total for the labor, and we'll talk about materials later, for the paint side is $972 is how we bid this job. But there's also other costs that we're not gonna get into today, like electricity, profit, the bake cycle, and stuff like that. We're concentrating on the labor and material for this video. If you're wondering why David's painting the car and I'm behind the camera, well, there's a couple reasons. One, I think his camera shoots have been really off and he's been complaining about my paint jobs. So today we decided to switch jobs. So after the clear coat is dry, we come in and do a standard denib and finesse. Basically what we do is we take out any little pieces of dirt. We're careful not to take out too much orange peel because we want it to appear in pre-accident condition. Chrysler's known for a lot of peel, so we left that in it. David took it a step further. He came in and rubbed all the panels on the car because this car has went through too many car washes and he wanted to make it look nice. So when he's done with all of his buffing, we kick it back to the body tech. What does he do? He glues the quarter glass back in. He completes his R&Is, meaning he installs the door handle in the mirror and buttons up the front end. After he gets the car completely assembled, he'll take it on a test drive to make sure there's no rattle, wind noise, or squeaks. Put a scan tool on it to make sure everything's okay, and then we can kick it to the detail shop to get it cleaned up. We even went a step farther. Their front bumper splitter had a bunch of rash on it, was pretty nasty. So we went ahead and we fixed that for free too, just to make the car look better. If you want to see what materials and what it took to actually fix this, make sure you're following Refinish Media on our social media because we'll do a short on our Facebook and Instagram and our TikTok and show you exactly what products we used and how we fixed this part. Now you know what labor and the parts cost. Let's break down exactly what material cost. Now, I'm more interested in the sprayable material, but if you were gonna buy sandpaper, let's say you bought a box of 50 pieces of sandpaper and it was $50. Well, that's pretty easy to figure out. It's $1 a sheet. Well, if the sandpaper costs $100 for a box of 50, that's $2 a sheet. So you should know what that stuff costs. We probably had a good $200 in material like paper towels, razor blades, tape, plastic, paper. But this numbers that I'm about ready to give you is just for our primer, our sealer, our base, and our clear. And I'm gonna take it a step further. We're using BASF Glazerite, their 55 line, which a lot of people think is the most premier, most expensive paint money can buy. I'm gonna bring in a dark horse. I'm gonna bring in some Alpha base coat, which in my opinion, dollar for dollar is the best paint system out there. It may not be as cheap as some of the stuff that they're selling on Amazon, but it's still a high grade paint that's affordable. So I'm gonna give you the BASF numbers and I'm gonna give you the Alpha numbers. Let's start with the primer. We used 8 ounces of primer, that's RTS, ready to spray. It was $47. The sealer, we used 10 ounces. That cost us $50. The base coat, and it can vary color by color. Reds are gonna be more than blacks, but we used 32 ounces, and with the BASF, it cost us $168. The clear coat, again, high quality clear. If you walk into a store and buy the best clear coat system money could buy, you could spend $1,000 or more per kit if it's a BASF or PPG product. We did 42 ounces and it came in at $223. That brings our grand total of just sprayable materials to $488 using the BASF line. Let's talk about if we would have went with the Alpha system. What would that have cost us? The primer would have cost us $11. The sealer would have cost us $13. The base coat would have cost us $115. The clear coat would have cost us $53, bringing our grand total to less than $200. It weighs in at $192 for the same sprayable material. Which one you use is ultimately up to you. If you want the best of the best, buy the most expensive premium line. If you want a good product at an affordable price, definitely check out the Alpha line. Let's talk about parts now. Now, parts are super expensive and they will drastically vary from vehicle to vehicle. This thing needed a lot of parts up front. We decided to go brand new OEM on this repair. Why did we go OEM? We feel in a collision, our job is to return it to pre-accident condition, no better, no worse. I didn't want to put a bunch of aftermarket parts on to save the insurance company a couple bucks. I don't think that's correct. What did we spend? The MSRP on all of the parts that we bought was almost $3,800. That was for the bumper, the grille, the lower, the emblem, and a bunch of other random small parts. Now, obviously I could have saved money if I went aftermarket or if I went used. Look, some bumpers used could be $100. but you might put a day or two of work because it's got a lot of damage and stuff like that. Other bumpers used could be $500. It really varies on area to area and vehicle to vehicle, but that's what we spent. Here's the real question. How much would you charge for this job? Or better yet, what if I wanted to paint this entire car? What would you charge at your shop? And what does that include? Do you tear the car down completely, meaning take the bumpers off, door handles off, mirrors off? Do you prime the entire car, or do you just spot prime the car? When you're done, how many coats of clear do you put on? And are you doing a full wet sand and wheel, no wet sand and wheel, or just a denib and finesse? I'm curious what you guys would charge and exactly what type of work you would do if somebody came to you wanting a complete paint job. Hey guys, hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully you learned a lot. Please check out refinishmedia.com because we're always adding new stuff on there. And from David and I, until the next time.